So welcome back into day two. Now it's really easy to overcomplicate visualizations. The best way of doing it is to imagine that the visualization is it's happening automatically. You don't really need to do anything. It's just something that's running there in the mind, and sometimes you're aware of it, you're present with it, at other times you're distracted. As soon as you realize you're distracted, you just gently bring the mind back again. It really is that sort of simple and straightforward. It takes a little while to remain focused on it, but that's part of developing the skill. The idea of this sort of liquid sunlight, as I say, it just helps to create a sense of relaxation in the body and in the mind. So it's important to remember the qualities: brightness, warmth, that idea of fluidity. It's almost like when when you get in a nice warm bath, or when you lie on the bed and there's just that feeling of, as you exhale. There's a similar feeling here as that liquid just sort of flows down into the body, and there's just that idea that everything just lets go. That all of the tension just begins to dissolve, and we're just watching it happen. So with that in mind, just take a moment now to get comfortable. I'm going to check in and set up the exercise in the usual way, and then just beginning the visualization. So when you're ready, starting with some nice big deep breaths now. And with the next out breath, just gently closing the eyes, allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm, in and out through the nose. As you just settle in to the space around you, becoming more aware of the sounds and the different physical senses. And now just scanning down through the body in the usual way, noticing both the sensation and the emotion. And as you just clarify your intention now, your motivation for doing this exercise, just reminding yourself who those people are around you who get to benefit from you feeling less stressed. Really important part of the exercise, just setting it up in the right way. And then just settling the attention on the breath. As you continue to watch the breath, feel that movement. It's as though you just suddenly become aware of that steady flow of liquid sunlight from above the head, flowing down into the body. In almost like a sort of mental shower, it flows down. And you follow it as it travels down towards the feet, filling up, beginning with the toes, one at a time. And up through the feet, towards the ankles. And up the lower half of the legs, towards the knees. Again, just melting any tension, just leaving behind this space that's very bright, that's very clear, that's very warm as it continues to travel up through the upper half of the legs now, all the way up towards the waist. And everything just softening, letting go. As it continues now up past the waist into the area of the stomach and the lower back, moving up towards the diaphragm, the middle of the back, everything just melting, dissolving any discomfort. It continues up through the chest and the upper back, all the way up to the tops of the shoulders. And it still continues to flow down. Remember where it's coming from, above the head, down into the body, as it now flows down the arms, into the hands, just filling one finger at a time. The hands, up through the forearms, and all the way up to the shoulders. As it continues now up through the throat and the neck, into the head, just melting any tension in the face, until the entire body has this clear, spacious quality. And even though it's full, it's as if it continues, almost overflowing, and just allowing the mind to rest in that space. Just give the mind a few seconds to do whatever it wants to do. Let it be free. And now just gently bringing the attention back into the body again. As you start to feel the weight of the body, the contact of the feet on the floor. You start to notice the sound, so just bringing the mind back in to the immediate space around you. You can open your eyes in your own time, but just pausing for a moment, just to notice how you feel. Notice how that's different from when you first sat down. And obviously, the exercise can only address our sort of inner turmoil, if you like. It can't change situations outside of that. So if there are situations that are really stressing you out that can be changed, that simply require some skillful communication, then make sure that those are being addressed at the same time as doing this exercise. And don't be surprised if at times this exercise feels a little bit challenging in some way. So it's perfectly normal that when we feel stressed, we apply that or project that onto pretty much everyone we meet or everything that we do. So when we feel, let's say, anxious, then we may well apply that to the exercise, worrying that we're not doing it in the right way or that it's not working quickly enough. Or if we feel frustrated, we might get frustrated at ourselves in the way that we apply the instructions or the fact that it's not working quickly enough. So it's perfectly normal to do that. But over time, a genuine sense of inner confidence starts to build up, and you really can sit there and just allow both the body and the mind to unwind. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 3.